So, how do you like your RPGs? Action-packed? Turn-based? Old school? Offbeat? Well, however you like them, I can guarantee that Xbox has something great for you. And right here in this video are some of the most criminally underrated RPGs. Let us know in the comments if we've missed any. If you can remember, one of the many awesome looking games shown off at this summer's showcases was Dragon's Dogma 2, making now a pretty excellent time to get to grips with the original. Capcom's acclaimed action RPG drops the player into a vast fantasy world full of trolls, ogres, and other magical nuisances for you to deal with. Fortunately, doing so is an absolute blast thanks to the game's incredibly slick combat system. Think about the meaty melee combat of a Souls game mixed with just a dash of Devil May Cry, and you've probably got a rough idea of what we're talking about. And yes, it is that awesome. The game also boasts a fluid skill system that lets you combine the talents of different classes to come up with all kinds of fascinating hybrids. Because if you want to be a sorcerer who also happens to be quite deadly with a bow and arrow, well, Dragon's Dogma sure isn't going to stand in your way. And do you know what? Neither am I. But if you love adorable anthropomorphic animals, emotional teen drama, and tactical tank warfare, whatever floats your boat, mate, but you're in luck, because as unlikely as it sounds, the Fuga Melodies of Steel games combine all three. In both of these tactical RPGs, you'll command a crew of furry young folk as they embark on a treacherous quest to rescue their parents. You'll be in charge of choosing which post each crew member should take up, using each of their unique skill sets and personality types to give you the upper hand in battle, and also doing what you can to make sure that everybody just gets along. Of course, if all else fails, then you do have the Soul Cannon to call on, an immensely powerful weapon that can only be used if one of your crew makes the ultimate sacrifice, which probably means you shouldn't get attached, however hard that may be. Strange, stirring, and kinda gorgeous. Both Fuga Melodies of Steel games are available on Game Pass right now. Now then, did you know that role-playing games actually existed in the time before video games? Did you even know there was a time before video games? Do you know what? We'll do scary stuff another time. But they did, and there was, and Citizen Sleeper brings the joys of tabletop gaming onto Xbox and PC Game Pass. Here you'll play as a human mind that has been digitized and crammed inside of a robot body. To escape the corporate overlords who own your clanky new form, you'll have to travel to a space station on the edge of the civilized galaxy, a place where the laws are looser and the locals are colourful, to say the least. And you know what? Like any good tabletop RPG, Citizen Sleeper gives you the freedom to write your own adventure, doing odd jobs to earn money, forming friendships, or just delving deeper into the mysteries of space. You'll even get to roll some dice along the way. It's an unforgettable adventure, unlike anything else you've played before, and it's on Game Pass right now. Enough melodrama. To brighten things back up, we've got the Ni no Kuni games, both of which are available on Game Pass. There's a bit of a theme going here. These stunning JRPGs were made in collaboration with the legendary anime outfit Studio Ghibli, and you can really tell. Every inch of this colourful world feels like someone spent hours redrawing it to get it just right. And the characters you'll encounter, from feline kings to lantern-nosed fairies with inexplicable Welsh accents, just all feel plucked straight from the movies. Boot them up on the Xbox Series X and S, and you'll get to witness those glorious visuals in 60 FPS as well, making the whole thing feel even more alive. They're not just good lookers either. Naturally, Wrath of the White Witch and Revenant Kingdom also have plenty to offer on the gameplay front. You'll be traversing their vast realms and recruiting adorable critters to fight by your side as you take on the forces of evil in thrilling, still quite adorable, real-time combat. And sure, while the stunning visuals available in modern games are nice, sometimes you do long for the simple charms of the 16-bit era, and that's why we need games like Chained Echoes. Available now on Game Pass, this old-school JRPG takes inspiration from the games of yore to deliver the kind of epic fantasy adventure that whole generations of gamers just grew up on. Turn-based battles, strange creatures to fight, complex skills and equipment systems, and a meaty 40-hour-long story. Chained Echoes feels like it was plucked straight from the past, but in the best possible way. Oh, and it also lets you pilot a mech suit and fight a dragon. You know, just thought you'd want to know. Let's stick with the retro theme. The Bard's Tale trilogy is a game for a king, combining 3 classic 80s RPGs into one beautifully remastered package. A package that you'll find tucked neatly into the Game Pass library, by the way. With the Bard's Tale games, you're in for a truly old-school dungeon crawling experience as you create your own party of bards, obviously, paladins, rogues, and conjurers, then head off on a mission to overthrow the evil wizard, reforge the legendary wand, or complete some other suitably fantastical objective. With its first-person exploration and old-school RPG stylings, the Bard's Tale trilogy is definitely one to check out for anyone who enjoyed some of the earlier Elder Scrolls titles. And if you're really looking to get nostalgic, Legacy Mode allows you to play each Bard's Tale game almost exactly as it was all those years ago. Interdimensional beings have wreaked havoc all over the world. Humanity is on the brink of extinction, and the world has become a dark, grey place where trust is hard to come by, and iron is our most precious resource. No, it's not real life, but safe to say the world of Grim Dawn has its problems, but at least it makes them pretty fun to solve. This isometric action RPG provides players with an incredible array of options when it comes to beating up bad guys. You can mix and match any of its classes along with a huge range of skills and modifiers. You can outfit your character with hundreds of different items, with thousands of possible gear combinations. You can use recipes to craft up even more intriguing bits of gear, and if you've loved exploring dark, dank places and beating up monsters in Diablo 4, well, Grim Dawn should be right up your alley. Basically, Grim Dawn is the sort of game where you'll never run out of fresh ways to turn your enemies into little red splatters. And what more could you really ask for? In the past, we've seen pocket monsters, digital monsters, and now we've got monsters that come on cassette tapes. What will they think of next? Cassette Beasts is a monster-catching RPG that has you recording all sorts of colourful critters and then deploying them in 2 versus 2 battles. The clever elemental matchups here make for all sorts of tantalising tactical possibilities here, allowing you to do stuff like hitting plastic-type monsters with fire-based attacks to create noxious fumes. Every single battle has the potential to throw some new curveball your way, and you can get really clever by tagging in a friend to play together in local co-op. When the fighting's over and the dust clears, you can enjoy the game's laid-back, lo-fi soundtrack and charmingly retro visuals. So go on, head over to Game Pass and get ready to catch them all on tape. For Persona fans, Game Pass is the gift that keeps on giving, with 3 amazing titles already available, as well as a remake of the 3rd game and a brand new spin-off called Persona 5 Tactical on the way. Now, all good gaming nerds know that the Persona games are part of a larger series called Megami Tensei, but did you know there's a whole other strand called Soul Hackers? Soul Hackers 2 blends magic and demons with futuristic technology and hyper-intelligent AIs to create something pretty singular. And no, you don't have to have played the original Soul Hackers to get into this one. Just dive in and start summoning demons to your heart's content as you battle your way through a dazzling, neon-lit city on a quest to prevent the apocalypse. No biggie. It's available in 60 FPS on the Xbox Series X and S, and it makes for a stunning cyberpunk spin on the Persona formula. And to keep an eye on all things Persona related, make sure you're subscribing and ring that bell. Yeah. You know, at heart, RPG games are just all about the decisions you make, starting with this one. Which one of these amazing titles are you going to check out first? Bye!